and I believed him, and we started going out. I was still a virgin at that time, and he introduced sex to me. I gave in. Because I was ready to give everything to that relationship, my body, my soul, even leaving my parents' teachings, my parents' advices, the church teachings. I was willing to set everything aside just for Michael. Hi everybody, my name is Angela, and this is my story. And I still plan on doing more, and I have no regrets. So it all started when I was 15 years old and I just completed my senior secondary school certificate examination. I grew up as a devoted Christian from a devoted home. I had very strict parents. My father was in the Navy. My mother was a teacher, but we're very strong believing Christians. So all I knew was just God, school, church, and my family. I got into the university. I was a very brainy student. I got into the university with my first trial in JAMB. I was a very bright student. So then it was all fun in the beginning. It was all good. That was the first time I was leaving home, leaving my parents, but I still had their teachings or their beliefs in me. I found a Bible-believing church in school, and I was attending. And it was then I met a guy. His name was Michael. He was literally the first person I met that showed love towards me. He told me how much he liked me, how much he adored me, how beautiful I was to him than any other girl. He told me he was also willing to spend the rest of my life with me. I was still 15 at that age. I was about celebrating my 16th-year-old birthday. And could I say I was naive? I don't know. But I believed him. Maybe because he was the first person that ever approached me. And I believed him, and we started going out. I was still a virgin at that time, and he introduced sex to me. I gave in because I was ready to give everything to that relationship, my body, my soul, even leaving my parents' teachings, my parents' advices, the church teachings. I was willing to set everything aside just for Michael. And then I got pregnant at the age of 16 years old. I felt like the whole world was crumbling before me. I didn't know what to do. My parents were very strict. Church was very strict. I don't know what to do. I went to Michael. I told him. He told me there was no problem. He was going to stay true to me till the end. And he was going to see my parents with me. So we planned on a certain Saturday to go. He said he would be the first person to even go inside and break the news to my parents, because we do not know the way they were going to react hearing that message or hearing that news from my mouth. On that Saturday, I called Michael, "Where are you?" to know where he is so that we can go together. I called, he wasn't picking up. His line was totally switched off. I messaged him on WhatsApp. The message just ticked once, meaning either he wasn't online or I was blocked. I tried all avail to reach Michael, but I couldn't. I went to his friends. They all just, the way they answered me just like, "Okay, we don't know where Michael is, please just go." I was heartbroken. I didn't know what to do. And for like 3 weeks more, I didn't hear anything from Michael. I felt stranded. I didn't know what to do. And that was when I went home for the holidays. And my mother, because she notices things quickly, she saw that I was changing. I felt sick, and she took me to the hospital. Get to the hospital, the doctor confirmed that I was pregnant. At that time, I think it was already 2 months. I got home, my parents chased me out. The church, everybody, they Nobody was willing to listen to me. They all felt like I was a disgrace to them. I was chased out from everywhere. I didn't know where to go to. I couldn't go to school. The shame. There was nowhere, literally no one. And I just started walking. I didn't know where to go. And later in the night, I just saw like a group of girls. I didn't even know where I was going to. I was just planning to even end it all that night. But then I saw a group of girls. They were gathered in one place. I slept there. And that's where I was living with them. It was like a house. We had to make ends meet by going into prostitution. And that was what I was doing until I was like about 7 months gone in the pregnancy. And then I gave birth to the child after 9 months. I started taking care of the child alone. By sleeping with other men. And there was a certain day I came across somebody. It was Michael. And he was like, I'm sorry, some things came up, I couldn't make it that day. And I was like, oh wow. And I told him, Michael, I've forgiven you and I would like to have a one-night stand with you again. I didn't know what was going through his head, but he agreed immediately. And I went in to meet him. Unknowingly to him, I had my own plans in mind. And that night when we met, he took alcohol. He didn't. And that's why I said before. And the other people that I'm still willing to are my parents. My father and my mother. When I needed them the most, they were not there for me.